Hi, my name is Anna, and I want to share with you how Jesus has changed and how he continues to transform my life and this journey with him. So it has been 2.5 years since I first accepted Christ into my life. 2.5 years is just such a small fragment of what has transpired within my life because God has been pursuing me from when he first breathed me into life, from when he first created me. And so throughout my entire life, I can see God's endless pursuit and my constant disobedience, my constant running away and just seeking everything that was not the truth and clinging to codependency and false love and sexual brokenness, and really just anything that was not God. And a lot of that happened because growing up, I was introduced to many things at a young age, or my father also had left when I was younger, and he had a troubled life himself. And so through all these different avenues of brokenness through my life, through avenues of spiritual brokenness, physical brokenness, due to my father's mental illness, through sexual brokenness, and through mental brokenness of just the constant attacks of the devil upon the mind, and that being dispersed all throughout my family, my vision of what love truly was extremely clouded. And so I found myself being entangled and enmeshed and held in bondage and captivity and chains of shame, guilt, regret from so many things that I had done in my past. And I didn't see that as a life worthy to follow Christ. Little did I know, God doesn't call you to be worthy to follow him. And so when I decided to accept Christ into my life, it was through a friend who had prayed for me, a very selfless, loving, genuine prayer. And the next day, when I went home, I reflected upon that and I thought, man, I want what she has. I want the joy. I want the love. I want just the surrenderance, the peacefulness. And I almost want to say innocence in terms of childlike faith that she had. And so when I went home, I accepted Christ the next day. And after that, it has just been a huge journey of God introducing me to what intimacy truly is, the intangible, deep, powerful, sturdy, something that's never going to change and something that cannot be broken connection that is possible with Christ. And also being adopted into a family, coming from a home that had abandonment in it, and then being adopted into God's family and knowing that I can never leave this family. And that is so freeing to know that no matter what you do, no matter where you go, you are always in God's family. And with that being said, there comes obedience, and you don't want to step out of the boundaries that God has created and what he has set for you, because even though, yes, I do have the liberty and I can go outside of the circle and do what I want to do, it's not permissible, and it's not beneficial in terms of I want to be obedient to God, because obedience is part of love and following God's commandments. So then through the adoption of his family and through the intimacy that he has shown me and continues to take me through deeper and deeper, freedom has just derived from it as a result, because through the forgiveness of my sins and him showing me that I need to forgive others for what they have done to me and for what I have done to others as well, through all of that, the freedom that has derived and just being honest and being true and being respectful of my story and of the stories of others and honoring that has been very liberating, because the chains of shame, of anxiety, of guilt, and of depression and grief, honestly, as well, has just really opened up the doors into who God has created me to be, and who He has created me to be, to walk others through life with them, as well as He has walked with me in my life. And so, all of that to say, God's pursuit, God's intimacy, God's adoption, God's freedom and forgiveness, and God's healing has been overarching, powerful, in-depth themes in my life in this journey so far. And if I had to choose 3 words, because I'm limiting myself to 3 words right now, of what God has done and how He has redeemed so much in my life, it would be taking beauty from ashes. And that the good work that He has started, He'll see it out until the day of completion.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing.